like Mirage. Yeah, I think it's
Warriors, welcome to the Warriors Den, our second of the month. It is Year 5, Season 2, Title Update 2. That's quite a mouthful. And we are here to talk about Kyoshin and a few other subjects. First, I'm Matt. I'm UB Insulin. I'm here with Josh, aka UB Yubble. Josh, how are you doing
oh,
today?
that's what it
Dude, I'm
looks like.
so excited for this show. This hero is super awesome. I'm excited for everyone to see them. Yeah, really sick.
We know it's coming up, so it is very exciting. Let's go through the run of show briefly. First of all, it's going to be us talking about the Twitch drops, which will be live for the For Honor directory. We'll go through the details of that in just a bit, and then we're going to bring on Brian and Clarissa to talk about the Dominion series and some community activities we'll be doing shortly. And then we're going to get into the nitty gritty of the hero, which will be available for $8 or €8 for an exclusivity period starting on July 22nd, and then available for 15K deal on August 5th. So just be ready for that. That is coming around the corner. But first, Josh, tell us about the Twitch drops.
Yeah,
Oh,
let's
God.
talk about Twitch drops. Twitch drops are back, and we have a lot to get through for these Twitch drops because, as you mentioned, we have Twitch drops for the Twitch directory. But let's go ahead and talk about what you might be getting. So before we even get into the rewards, just make sure that your Twitch account is linked up with your Ubisoft Connect account so you can actually redeem your rewards. So for 30 minutes of accumulated viewing time, you will receive 1 scavenger crate, and be sure to claim that so you can actually get more rewards afterwards. And then every 30 minutes of accumulated viewing time afterwards, you have the chance to win 100K steel and or the Kyoshin Warrior, which also comes with an exclusive ornament, elite outfit, scavenger crates, 7-day champion status, and this does start on July 22nd, so definitely be on the lookout for that. Also, for our Twitch directory, any streamer that is playing For Honor, you can actually earn rewards by watching them. So as you can see here, we have rewards from 1 hour to 24 hours. We have XP boosts. We've got scavenger crates,
Twitch drops.
steel,
Nice.
all that yummy stuff that we know that you enjoy. And yeah, you'll be able to, again, like I said previously, just make sure that when you do receive your rewards from your viewing time, that you do redeem them. That way you can go ahead and start earning more
look,
rewards
Kronos.
after that one. So definitely be sure to do that. And for our streamers that are going to be playing For Honor, we have not forgotten about you. The top 10 streamers at the end of the
guys.
date, which is July 27th.
I'm aiming for those 100.
100,000 steel. This is guaranteed. So if you are
Okay, guys,
in the top
can we
10,
make
you
it?
will receive this
Can we make
reward.
that 100,000?
And also for those who will be getting the rewards, it can take up to 24 hours for them to show up. Your rewards will be
Yeah, I
gone, so
mean,
just
in
wanna-
this
just
case, I
wanna
have to stream every
ease your
day,
minds
but I
there.
think
But
for 1
yeah,
week
we're
I can
super
do
excited to
that.
start doing some Twitch drops again. And again, as you saw, there's
And
a ton there.
probably I
definitely,
will
if you
grant
wanna check out your
Kyoshin
favorite
anyways.
streamers that's playing For Honor, be sure to do so.
All in my
and
hands.
You get
Yeah.
some sweet stuff out of it. So
yeah.
nice. Twitch drops are back, baby. And this, like, I'm excited. I don't even know if I can win because I work here. I don't know if I actually have the ability to earn these. I need to ask somebody.
I wouldn't tell on you if you did.
Illegal.
Maybe I'll ask Brian when he shows up. See if I can get some of that steel. Wink,
That's a
wink,
good idea.
wink, wink, nod, nod.
Wink.
Top 10 and what? Streamer. Top
Speaking
10
of Brian,
streamers
we'll
get
be right
100K.
back with Brian and Clarissa. Brian, Clarissa, welcome to the show. How are you guys doing today?
I'm doing well. And Josh, the answer is no. The rumors which you have heard are true.
Come back.
There he goes.
We can all win. Don't tell.
Clarissa.
Heresy.
Oh, there.
No,
he's
we
coming
can't.
back.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
But do you want to, Clarissa? Do you want to start with the Dominion series?
I don't
Yeah,
know. They have
so,
all
for
amazing
those
names.
who
I
were
have no
wondering,
clue
the
how
Dominion
this
Series
is even
Stage
possible.
2 has
Matthew
already
Lemons,
begun. Qualifier number 1
Clarissa
was last
Amada,
weekend. Number 2 will be this weekend,
Josh
and we
Sharp,
have 2 more
or
after
Shape.
that.
I don't know how to pronounce that.
And so we're just reminding
And then
you
we
to
have
sign
Brian
up on our
Dixon.
lovely Battlefied page here. And also, as a reminder, after the qualifiers, if you win the qualifier, you get a ticket
Awesome
to
names.
go to the Stage 2 Major, which will happen at the end of August.
How do you
And
pronounce
you should
that?
definitely tune into this one because we will have exclusive
Dixon
rewards.
or Dixon?
Not just consumables, but also just an exclusive elite outfit that will be split up into different tiers. So like one tier you'll get a character symbol and a pattern, as you can see here. And the last tier, there's going to be even more stuff like a really cool emblem. Well, not emblem, but what's it called? Ornament.
Help me.
So here's a quick sneak peek. More information about that will come along as the
Sorry.
Stage 2 Major comes.
And thank you,
But for
Zippo.
now, sign
Be
up,
right back.
win some points, because even if you don't win the qualifier, you still get points, and that will all tally up to the end at the finals that will happen in the last season of Year 5, Season 4. So sign up now. Do it.
Do it.
Do
Do
it.
Do it. Do it now.
Do it now.
That's awesome. And then a few community updates for everyone. We have a skill challenge series that'll be coming out soon. So stay tuned to social media because we're going to have some fun information on that coming out soon. As well as I just wanted to thank everybody who participated in our recent community survey. The responses that you left were awesome. We're digging through those right now and just seeing what you guys said and what you told us so that we can take that into account. So yeah, that's it for me. How about you and Josh, Matt?
I'm feeling pretty good, Matt. Do you have any last things to mention before we get to the thing?
Before we get to the thing, we have something that is happening right now. The free weekend starting July 15th through the 19th. Great time to recommend the game to a friend to just like get someone in the game to play with you and those who you already play with. And For Honor, here are the dates. They're different across the world because that's how time
Guys,
works.
be nice to the
So
new
find your
players, okay?
location
Please.
And
Be nice.
all the different complicated times are on there. And yeah, and in addition to the free weekend, we have a longer term referral program, a friend referral program, starting up July 22nd, going all the way through October 21st. So you have a long time. Like if your friend is busy now, you can hit
Every
them up in
time when
September.
I
It's
meet
fine.
a Rep
And,
0 or Rep
they-
1,
if they play, you
good
get
luck, have
points. So
fun.
we'll have more details on that
After
soon.
every match,
It's awesome.
GG.
Super sick. But we've got all the formalities out of the way. Who wants to see a hero trailer? You guys ready? I know I'm ready. So without further ado, here is the Kyoshin.
Ah, please give it to me. Ooh.
「兵士として生きるか英雄として死ぬか過去を守るか未来のために戦うか天国を目指すか地獄への道を歩むか信念は皆の心の中にあるそして与えられたものもある
Okay, that looked like the Dutch attack. Oh, clean. That. Whoa,
それは
that armor looks.
選び適応する能力
No way, can't he disable someone?
誰でもないが誰でもあるものとなり風のごとく呼吸し戦う
Is it not 1000? I'm confused. How many questions? Oh, nice. Like we have a 1000 on the
Warriors,
left.
we are back from that incredible trailer with all of that like samurai blood splatter and all those cool moments. That was awesome. We are here to talk about
Indeed.
Kyoshin with Nicholas and Elise. How are you guys doing?
I'm great, Matt.
Pretty
How are you?
I'm pretty stoked about this hero. So let's just get right into it. Nico, what can you tell us about the general concepts behind Kyoshin?
Well, it all started from a basic premise, right? The creation of a hero, it's generally a long process for us. It starts with one thing, and to me, coming out of year 4, it was simple. It was, guys, how can we do another night? That is obviously not what happened here. So no, in all seriousness, we obviously came and brainstormed after year 4, after the Warmonger, after
Roasting us.
Griffin, and one thing that the team quickly rallied around was the concept of the blind swordsman wielding the Shikomitsue, or a cane sword, a sort of straight katana that you can see on the picture here, and it all started from there, like we usually do on For Honor. And so Zatoichi was that kind of core fantasy. Then Elise made some research, and we fleshed this out more, and we transitioned into the Onmyoji fantasy, which is something that has more to do with spirits, gods, and deities. It's very popular in Japanese anime also. And that element of spirits and sort of ghosts
I
also,
cannot decide
really
which fashion I
gels
should go.
with the entire season lore, and that's where Mirage is coming from, basically. So that was the entire sort of thinking behind this season, and we obviously wanted then to create the big sort of build up so that players can anticipate, and we introduced that hero progressively from the start of the season
On
with
left,
visions
yeah, I
of the
also like
Kyoshin,
this one the most.
where you were sort of facing against the gods that the Kyoshin venerates, and as you were fighting them, you could get a glimpse at their powers, and you'll see later on that those powers are very similar to the feats that the Kyoshin will wield.
But I really
and
like
yes,
that
after the
approach
event,
of having
we
an
probably
open
noticed,
face, not covered by a
some
mask.
sightings, some mirages of spirits here and
Highly
there, and
appreciate
that's what
that.
we wanted to create. That sense that after the initial encounter, the Kyoshin were starting to creep up inside the platform, and you would see them more and more. And at the beginning, it's like, what's going on? Is it real? And we made those mirages come in more and more frequently, and it was really fun for us to actually watch all of the oh shit moments that the players posted on Reddit and other social media. That was really cool, and it was showing us that this approach was really cool for us and for the platform. So now it's the buildup is over. The rumor is all out there. The Kyoshin are here, and we just can't wait to see how players will respond to this new hero.
Yeah, the Mirage is sort of real now. So, Elise, what can you tell us about the narrative basis for the Kyoshin?
So the Kyoshin, they are like a really special group of warriors in the world of For Honor. As you've seen, like in the trailers and they are still some of my favorite illustrations. We are trying to tell a slightly different story that the previous heroes say. So the Kyoshin, they are a group of people, like the Wardens, like the Valkyries and whatnot. Then the players will be able to forge their own sub identities within that group. And in terms of story, so they are like children supposedly born of yokai, also of demons that are usually kind of like outcasts almost among the samurai. They are sent to a temple where they get a special training. So because they are supposedly like wielding supernatural powers, they follow a very intense training to master those powers basically.
That
And
environmental
the Kyoshin event was also a way for
storytelling.
us to show what kind of powers they could try to achieve or to acquire through a ritual with the heavenly gods, the
and
heavenly
then I
ones.
will give you my
Those
thought.
kind of multi-armed deities that the players got to fight. And once that ritual is over, then they acquire that heavenly wheel that you also see on the key art. So it's basically a manifestation of their power and how they are trying to, through their fighting, to restore the equilibrium of forces in nature. So that's also what I love about them, is like they are neither good or bad. They actually will join either side to see how they could restore the balance of all things. That's the their ultimate goal, basically.
Got it.
And sorry.
Got it. So their foundation is all about balance, about keeping things as they should be, as like level.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, and there's also like a great sense of transformation about them, since they are like they have a great connection to the spirits, to the like the spiritual world, and that's also why you will see that the customization they have is really really amazing. Like in my opinion, like it's I just love them so much. You will see that they have very different types of attires and everything because they are somewhat masters of disguise, in their own way, and it's also a way for us to weave things with previous like well-known characters in the world of For Honor in a way. So yeah, that's like the overall mood of those characters.
Great. So as well as the narrative, we have just the in-game realization of this, like the menu and the face-off screen. Nico, what can you tell us about how this is going?
Oh,
Well, things are getting hotter, right? So
They
it
are.
started as a drought.
that one looks
And again,
neat.
we wanted to create all that build up, that that intensity that gets higher and higher. And so it started from a drought, and now we are in, the wildfires. That's really about, everything amping up, the Kyoshin coming real after, we thought they were ghosts. So it's all about really that intensity.
Yeah, the natural disasters are still here. So yeah, and now the Kyoshin are there trying to like by joining the battlefield to try to maybe avert
Oh,
those
and
kind
even
of
the minions got a
catastrophes to go
buff.
like even further. But
Nice.
wildfires are there and everything. So you will see also like in the menu, some sort of a safe home for them. So like in the middle of the wildfires, somehow they are able to preserve their tiny house with the wheel of power also like in the screen, as you can see.
It's
So
now
yeah,
deal
kudos
15
again
damage.
to the whole team who did an amazing job in terms of realization. Like I think they really outdid themselves again. So yeah.
Yeah, this is awesome. I feel like this is where Jean-Hu is emotionally all the time as well. This is kind of like Jean-Hu's emotional state.
Could be Gems of
so-
Paradise, yeah.
Yeah. So thank you guys for taking us through all this, all the concepts behind the Kyoshin and all the
Oh.
general background.
That's the
You guys
background run of
mentioned
Kyoshin. I
customization.
think
We will be right
I s-
back
we saw some pictures of
Andrew,
Temple
the one and
Garden.
only
So
Andrew, to
basically, is
talk
Temple
about,
Garden
the armor variations
the
and
place where
weapons. So stay tuned,
Kyoshin is
warriors.
training? That
Thank
would be
you.
Thank
actually
you.
cool.
Have a good one.
That's
Welcome back, warriors. We're here with the one, the
Ooh.
only Andrew M.
Art
to talk about the
director.
art direction of Kyoshin.
Do we see now new
Andrew,
armor
how are you doing
types?
today?
Good, great, excited.
We're excited to have you. So let's just get right into it. All the people want to
I
know.
guess,
Let's just talk
like
about
always,
the
Kyoshin
inspiration,
artworks
the
first.
general artistic grounding of
They
Kyoshin.
will show us
Okay.
some Google research
Like,
results.
extremely thrilled. I don't use this word often. Thrilled to introduce our new hero, Kyoshin. Kyoshin, aka Faceless in
Do you
that
not know
third
the lore
codename.
behind the different
This
maps? No.
edge samurai character who uses a Shiko Mizue as a weapon. And this weapon is well known by the fictional sword master Zaitoichi. And if you haven't watched this movie, I highly recommend it. But this weapon,
Will do, my
Shikomizue,
friend.
is a very
Will do.
difficult one to master since it doesn't come with the guard. So it would kind of slide the blade into if you don't have a good grip or control. But for the coming back to the character design, there are quite good range from traditional Ronin outfit to the outfit that was inspired by the Japanese Shinto priest, and this will lead to the legendary character from our campaign. Even the character looks quite traditional and simple. I have to say that this character was one of the most challenging one that we created for so far artistically and also technically. Yet everyone worked very hard to
Technically?
make it happen. So I would like to thank the team and community who waited patiently. And there's a little fun information about the Kyoshin is that this character explains how from the campaign Tozen's the shadow clone technique works. And I think previously Elise briefly brought that up, that the Kyoshin can shift the appearance or the form. And this is why we're
Right.
calling this character Faceless as a code name from the Game of Thrones. So as you will see very soon in the video, from the default set to the very last variations, each variation provides the progression of shifting the form. As a start from the set 1, under the blindfold, the eye is starting to transform. As it progresses, Kyoshin covers both eye, meaning he now sees the things with the other's vision. And then set 2 variation expresses
So
as the character's inner mind.
in the first seconds when I saw
transformation. So
these
design will
kinds of
show the
armors, I
light
thought it
side
was just a
and the dark
Hitakiri,
side
but
at
then
the
I
same
just
time.
realized he's holding a
And
sword
then
and was like,
finally, on
oh!
set 3, we get to see the full shape shifting to the well-known character and then various variation forms. So the Onmyoji, the poems from the event, minions from the season, the symbols that appears, the boss character from the seasonal event, they all point to the Kyoshin and melted into each variation design.
Those all looked awesome. Can you tell us about any interesting customization options that warriors should keep an eye out for?
Oh,
Of course. The William Shakespeare once said, "The eyes are the window to your soul."
Right.
The only way
Amazing.
to identify the true identity of Kyoshin is through the eye. So the eye color will take the team color. So player's choice, on the player's choice, and when eye color can change, you may have another option that may make your customization more interesting.
you can
This I'll leave up to you to find out.
change now your eye
And
color?
as his armor looks hot, his weapon designs are just on wildfire as a theme of this.
Oh,
The theme of this
that
title
sword looks
update.
sexy.
We have them from the very simple design to the designs
Yeah, simple,
with the quite exotic decorations.
clear.
Yet we kept them
And
very
I really like
look
that.
very traditional. Again, the team worked very hard visually and technically to make this character look and the weapon to look good from the head to toe, with the long hair, the traditional samurai puffy pants, katana with the scabbard, the blindfold, or monk helmet. And if you are anime fan like me, or if you're edgelord, or if you are waiting for the character with the very fancy animation, I would say the wait is over. The For Honor brings you the character Kyoshin.
Yeah, he made it possible. If you
I
want
think
to
that's
have a
enough for the
Sharingan,
talk. Let's dive into the video.
red eye color.
Amazing.
You want to
Yes,
have a, what's it called
edgy
again?
anime fans,
Rinnegan,
now is your
purple
time
eye
for
color.
honor.
All
Come
possible.
on board. And yes, we will we'll go into the Kyoshin armor and weapons, and we'll be right back after that with Josh and Stefan to talk about the fight side of the hero in the moveset. So we'll be right back, Warriors. Don't go anywhere.
So, let's watch carefully. That's the default skin. Like they mentioned, he's a priest or something like that. But they're training in a temple, so that's why they're wearing all this kind of stuff. I really like the headpiece. Oh, finally they made it! Like I was looking for that headpiece, or headgear. 1 point. Bucket hat, like you see those in all kinds of samurai movies. And this is Tozen. Is it Tozen? Has to be Tozen, right? Yep, I like the grey one in the background. Oh, awesome. We all thought Tozen is in an Orochi, but in truth, he's in Kyoshin. Oh, that's just Sekiro? Okay. Oh. Steel pattern. Did they show skill set? Not yet. It's always in the beginning it's like lore. After that comes the artwork showcase, like armor and weapons. And in the end they will show his moveset. And in the end of the stream they will mention some community stuff like tournaments and so on. Or yeah. That one is mine. Oh no, that one is mine. Ah, now blue. Okay, I take this one. My god, now there's my leaping, my favorite leaping color. Favorite color, teal, dark teal. Nice. Well done, artwork team. So, I hope, like I always prefer heroes with attack-based offense. And now let's hope.
Warriors, welcome
cool stuff.
back. You've already heard about the hero. You've already introduced them. You know about the
Bram is a hidden
weapons,
weep.
all that good stuff. Let's get into the,
No,
let's get
not
into the
hidden.
moves. And who better to do that than Steph from the fight team? Stefan, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing great. This
You're
is the kind
German?
of
Yes,
day I
I'm
live for. I can't wait to get into it. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm really excited to see this hero because we've kind of like been dropping like little teases here and there, but we're gonna get into the nitty gritty. But before we get into the actual like fight styles and all that good stuff, if
What
you
I
could
hope to
describe
see
your
is
hero
also feats.
in 3 words, what would they be?
3 words, eh? I've already busted my limit here. It's got a counterattacking ability. It's got highly defensive ability. It's a sword master.
Yeah.
And it's got good crackers, offensive crackers to open up an opponent. I know that's way beyond 3 words. I
I was about to say,
apologize.
Wait,
A
he,
lot more than 3 words, but I will take it
My
because
God.
I do feel your excitement. But let's go ahead and get into it. Let's kind of
Defense
start off
mechanics.
talking about some of the general combat kind of moves that the Kyoshin will have, and what they'll look like.
Perfect. Let's start the video and we'll show the basics to start, and we'll
Yes,
get
yes,
into
yes,
the
yes.
crazy stuff by the end. So
show us all his
here
moveset.
we go.
Oh yeah, no.
Kyoshin, 2-hit chain character.
Okay.
Basic heavy opener, light superior block opener, and you
Okay.
see undodgeable on the finishers.
Oh, yeah.
So we're gonna run through a few of these.
That's good.
Shinobi tried to dodge and got wrecked there by the finisher.
Shame.
Exactly.
So I
Poor-
assume he has
poor Shinobi after
something
that
out
TG,
of the
but, should
starter.
be all right.
If you
Oh, you'll be
commit
fine.
the heavy or starter light.
And here we're
Maybe
going to
you
see
can bash.
the scabbard melee within Chain. So you have the ability to, as your second hit, do a melee move. You can follow with a free light, basically. Here's sprint heavy, which also goes into a chain. You
Yep.
unsheath your sword while running and slash out, and then you have all your chain options after that.
I love the combination of like a sword and scabbard because I mean I've seen a lot of samurai kind of use that fighting style because usually you know if you have a sword that's like the main thing that you use, but using the actual like its holster for it is it adds really interesting dynamic to the hero that I really appreciate as someone who enjoys like samurais and stuff like that. So
It's
Thank you.
I mean, I love that too. It's like that fantasy of like unsheathing it to like slash as you exit a sprint. That's super cool. And then we see it used as the melee in mid chain, and we also see it for defensive like blocks and parries and stuff like that. So it gets its use out.
Also, I mean,
Alright.
very simple.
what do we have next here? What do we have next here? We're going into
Dodge heavies.
heavies.
Oh no! I can see already the
Everyone needs the ability
complaints.
to either move forward and close distance, or kind of.
So I
jump
want to see
sideways
how he's
to
performing
get out
that.
of,
Like,
trouble, group fights, and attacks and so on. So let's see what these look like. They also serve as chain openers, so you can go into your second hit or your scabbard hit.
yeah, you can chain out of it.
From anything basically.
Okay, he's swinging. White.
There you see it going into finishers, and I think
That
we'll see it into
means-
the melee here.
Might expect big hit
Exactly.
works on that.
It's a bit basic, but it does a use. You're gonna use it. I
I mean,
promise
it's
you.
fine.
Basic but incredibly
Basic,
effective.
but it has to be effective, right?
And then of course you start your pressure, so that's important too. Okay, so let's get a little crazier, eh?
Wait, was that a Dutch?
Some
Dutch
of, like,
heavy
the bread
into
and
bash?
butter kind of like a combo.
Into
We're
melee?
starting to get to the really sick stuff. But let's go ahead and talk about some dodge melees that the Kyoshin will have.
Gonna have to open up your opponent. This is a good way of doing it. Dodge forward kick is what we're about to see.
Oh! Oh, Tozen kick! That's Tozen kick.
I love
I
the,
actually looked it up for Orochi.
It's like again, like I'm like a kid in the candy store right now, just watching these videos because I really appreciate this kind of like fighting style. So
I mean, it's smooth. That little arc of the foot is super cool. It goes into a light, and then you can chain from there. So as you see in that second one, it's a dodge forward kick, light, scabbard hit, light finisher.
Looks
gonna be
rock
using that
solid
to
for
open people
me
up,
so
yeah,
far.
Enjoy.
it's great. So like yeah, let's now get to the down stance, which is this is a little
That kind
this is
of
quite special.
basically
when
the
were
same
kind
mix-up
I saw it a little
that
bit
BP
earlier,
has.
but, I'm happy to Jesus.
Yes and
I want
no.
to hear you talk about
It looks
I'm
like
so
you
excited, I
have
can't talk.
a
So,
dodge
please,
forward,
save me.
and then you can perform the kick.
Okay, so here's where we get really cool. I mean, like that down stance, that twirl is sick. It goes into you can choose a heavy, you can choose a light, or you can choose a zone.
That's
as kind of an offensive poke.
22 damage.
The heavy is unblockable, and you have
20
the
damage.
Fujin cuts if you land any of these attacks. And those
It
are
looks-
ultra enemy hit, light that are all free if you land your down sense heavy, down sense light, or down sense zone.
And it's also a really good way to kind of just confuse your opponent because they don't know where where they're going to come with the side, you're going to come with the top. You know, it's one of those things that you can really use to kind of confuse your opponent even for a split second. And you know,
Exactly, like the light
Nani.
comes from the right, the zone comes from the left, the heavy comes from the top. That'll be neat in group fights. And then, yeah, the other part you're getting at, I think, is like you kind of lock them in place a little bit with that
That's
light
24 damage.
Fujin
I mean,
cut
it's
hit. So
it's just
that's
okay
a good time
damage.
for teammates to show up and
It looks
a
super
snap as
flashy,
well.
but it's not
you
that.
know, it's definitely like a time waster
punishing.
just a little bit, especially if you're on a point, you need like some extra some help. You know, that kind of little thing with just freezing, like I said, even just for a brief moment will allow kind of really just for you to take the
Definitely a
advantage in that
flex
fight.
move,
So
kinda.
again,
it
yeah,
feels so good to do.
also very anime-esque. I do appreciate it, but superior block time. Let's talk about it.
Yep, we talked about being defensive, so here we're going to show a variety of ways that you can superior block on this character. Let's check it out. We got superior block light.
Oh! Superior block like crushing counter!
The down stance is a superior block, which feeds into down stance heavy, down stance light, or down stance zone on block as well. And it gives you unblockable, and it's slightly faster as well, in the case where you superior block.
Ooh,
Oh, that execution.
unfortunate.
Her poor back face is
That
not happy there.
execution.
Yeah, I hate to see it.
And then here, this is Fujin Force. So basically, when you're allowed to do the Fujin cuts, you could do a Fujin Force, which is a heavy instead. It has superior block on all three directions. And so what you saw in
That's too
those
much
two videos
rush.
there, we'll
Ubisoft.
loop back to it and we'll see it again. Means you can do down stance heavy, let's say you hit, you can Fujin Force and defend yourself from incoming attacks and hit somebody. Or you can do Fujin Cut, Fujin Force, or you can do Fujin Cut, Fujin Force. You can, basically if you're allowed to Fujin Cut, you can Fujin Force, and it's super, I mean, I thought the
Did he
Fujin Cut was good
just-
to pull off, but this thing feels unbelievable when you do it.
Yeah, I was just about to say that I noticed that with the Fujin cuts, you're not necessarily locked into doing that entire kind of chain, you know?
Okay, it
You can
looks
kind of
just
like faint out of it and kind of do
insane,
other
but the
things,
thing is,
and,
it's
again,
just not
makes that
high damage.
all that more dangerous, really, you know, because your opponent doesn't know whether you're going to follow through or you're going to come with a superior block, anything like that. So it makes Kyoshin very versatile in fights.
Yes.
Do we
it
anti-gang
limits
it for honor?
How you can be interrupted. I mean, they can take a risk and throw a light or a heavy or something at you. But you might be able to match his record
I'm
with
not
it,
sure
but,
about
like,
that. Is he better than most
We'll
of the
see
heroes?
what's
Of
cool with
course,
superior block a bit
but
later on as well. So there's options.
It
with this,
doesn't
which
cover
is
you
really-
from bashes
You can
and from
master
unblockable.
this character, and you can really show your creativity and your stuff on this, and that's what I love.
So you're making me like we're like halfway
But
through.
of course,
I'm like
very
I
good
need
option.
Kyoshin, man. This is right
So
up my
far,
alley.
what
Let's
I
go ahead and
saw-
talk about Dance Dance Flow.
Everything is rock
Yeah,
solid.
this is just a neat little one we'll see here as the video begins. It's just a bunch of options to get you into your down stance a little bit quicker. From block, you can go to down stance. On your miss recoveries of chains, you can go into down stance, that kind of thing. So you'll find a couple ways where, oh, I missed my attack. Actually, I can go to down stance the same way that like maybe BP's down stance can go, but it's not normal block, it's superior block. So it's going to give you a lot of good options in group fights.
Look at that
Like,
combo chain, man. We're starting to get a
group
little crazy with
fights
the combo chains. I'm bad at
are
combo chains. For some reason, my hands
like
I can't
big
I can't
and
do
high
it,
skill,
but,
high level group fights
dive a
are
little bit
around
deeper and let's talk about
unblockables,
some of those.
doing
For the
setups
people that
for your mates.
really want to learn Kyoshin and really start just
You rarely see
dicing
people
up
just
their
throwing
opponents into
heavies
tiny
in the
little
crowd.
bite-sized chunks. Let's talk about some long
So,
combo strings.
we
Talk
see
about some
now
options that our players
for
have
top
once they get
tier.
their hands on Kyoshin.
Yeah, Josh wasn't fooling. You're about to
You have
see
to find
like
out.
the string length here on what you can see. You can always access these from the advanced tactics in the training menu, so you can practice these on your own as well. A couple minutes. It looks intimidating when you first see it, but you realize, oh, actually it's dodge forward melee into guaranteed light, scabbard melee into guaranteed light, hold down stance, and throw the heavy, either feint it or don't. And if it
Like
goes
everyone
through,
who
do
says it's
fusion cuts
broken,
light,
like
light.
look at the damage numbers. It's not that high
I know it
damage.
sounds crazy, but like in minutes you'll be like
It's
flowing like water on this guy.
Yeah.
So this Kyoshin is awesome to hold in your hands.
Yeah, it's crazy because like when we released
But
like,
if you have
Warmonger
obviously
and
a
Griffin,
really
I
good
would say,
flow
like,
of attacks.
compared to Kyoshin, they were a little bit easier to kind of master or kind of get the hang of, or a lot quicker. But with
And
Kyoshin's a
you're-
lot more technical. There are a lot more things that you will
And
have
so
to,
far, I don't see
learn
big
in order to be
unblockables.
efficient with them. You know, so this is
So you
Yeah,
rely on a lot
I'm
of
looking forward to
attacks.
seeing that upper limit on where can people really show their group fighting power, their Faram moments and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to all this.
Yeah, well, so like speaking of like group fights and stuff like that, would you say that like the character is more for is good in group fights? Are they good for ganking? Are they good for like mid stuff like that? Like where would you kind of place Kyoshin at?
Thing is,
It's
I really want to see. Oh, feats.
So as we kind of go into the feats, I mean,
That
like
is so
you're gonna see a
important,
lot of
feats.
like you can stall as a defensive character. You can do work in a group
So.
fight. You can open people up quite well with a kick or continue pressure with a scabbard. If you need to survive the feats and your abilities are going to allow that.
Would be the
There's-
hit move be good for
I'm really hoping to
ganks?
see like Kyoshin played one way by this really
Good
strong
question.
player,
If you can hit
Kyoshin played that
stagger
way by
like
a really strong player,
Berserker,
and everyone else kind of finding,
maybe.
like their styles and maybe new rooms
But
that-
competitive
that
players
we
will
didn't think of. So
find out very soon, very
I
quickly.
hope that answers the question, but I'm looking forward to a variety of
no,
answers
sure.
on this one.
Again, your question just adds to the versatility factor of Kyoshin. So
Like I think in
you answered
group
perfectly.
fights,
Congratulations.
he
That's
adds
awesome. All right,
something.
feats time. I am not going to try to pronounce any of these except for
Yes.
like one. So let's talk about the first feat here.
But
Perfect, feat one.
Yeah, we're gonna call it feat one because I'm not.
to be
saying
honest,
that.
I would prefer a Black
I
Briar and
can't.
a JJ so far more.
Japanese masters in the chat can help us out here, hopefully. But
Yeah, if I'm getting flamed in
But
chat right now, I'm so sorry.
he's so much better
I would
than
rather not spend-
JJ in duels.
it's feat one through development, so yeah, sorry. Let's
Like
check
he
it
can
out.
consistently
experts.
punish everything, and I don't see
it's a
he's
passive,
bad in
if you
some
want.
kind of matchup.
Whenever you superior block, which we saw was through down stance, through superior light openers, or through your Fujin Force all block heavy after down stance, activates 10 seconds of all your attacks have bleed from this point on. So that's good. You can poke, do a bit of bleed damage as you see here. And of course you can Fujin cut,
It looks so smooth.
which I thought we saw in the video, but my bad. Maybe it's in the next video or the next part of this video. But you can do bleed with it, which is pretty awesome.
That's awesome. 3 hits of bleed damage.
Always good. Stacking it up
Leaking.
there.
All right, feat 2.
Okay, that adds
Whatever, that's-
something. Like
Feat 2, passive as well.
You heal yourself.
When you superior block in any of the same ways, all your attacks will do healing on a hit, basically. So
And
as you
you're
see
also
here,
doing bleed damage as well.
exactly. So we're watching the Kyoshin find their way out of critical damage there by healing and also stacking bleeds up on the.
Oh my
on the
god.
timer in front of them.
He's so much
absolutely
made around.
Wreck-a-roonied.
Yes, the
Just-
turnaround is pretty cool.
Survivability.
If you played the Visions of Kyoshin, you
Life
might
leech, yeah.
remember that
Basically,
the
life
power
leech.
you get, the Wheel of Power thing from defeating the possessed Kyoshin, gives you very much the same or very similar abilities. So that Wheel of Power is.
If I have to guess,
is
the life leech
it seemed like it was
percentage,
just fantasy, but it's
it
back.
looks around 20 or 25%.
It is here. Feat 3. I think I can say this one. Hikari Tukage. I think that's what it is.
Carry to Kage.
I hope so.
I hope so.
Whoever
Okay, here we
wrote
go.
it is just like wrong.
Yeah, they're not impressed with us at this moment. That's for sure.
But
but
I'm impressed with the feat though. That's for sure.
yes, so here there'll be times where you're like, actually, I wish I had the bleed and the heal, but I can't quite get to it. Like it's too risky. So you can actually use your feat 3 as an active feat that will launch both those abilities, which can help you heal out if you're super low and you're at the edge of a fight and you want to grab somebody and get some health back. That's totally possible.
Oh,
Suddenly,
survivability.
also
More
possible.
survivability.
And then secret
Okay.
technique here for feat 1.
Yeah, that's
2,
a good
or
point.
3,
Like,
whenever you
okay.
superior
Let him
block,
talk first.
basically it'll refresh, right? So you're gonna see here, yeah, usually it's 10 seconds, but here the Kyoshin is like, no, I'm just gonna superior block and superior block and superior block and refresh and refresh and refresh my feet. So if you're a master who can hold this thing somehow for the entire length of a Dominion without ever losing bleed or heal passive,
Is that a
I want to
challenge?
see that video.
Is that a
I wish you
challenge?
luck.
Absolutely. Tag us in it if you do it.
I
But
try.
let's get on to Teat 4, which is actually Feat 4, which is my favorite one. I actually like this one. This one's really cool. Let's go ahead and talk about how this works.
Perfect. Tier 4. Basically, it sends up spikes up through any nearby enemies.
It leaves them
and it holds them there,
exposed.
does a bit of damage, and you can do an attack. So you could do like down stance heavy.
Oh, it takes multiple.
I think
Yeah,
Max boosts it, but he gets to execute.
So quick, so nimble, so fast. This is actually a really good feat for again ganking.
So what? How much
fights,
damage is
stuff
it?
Like that. And
20?
again, another thing that
25?
adds to the versatility of Kyoshin. And it's just
Whoa.
it can be used in so many ways, especially if you combo it with like some of your other feats. It just makes the Kyoshin very dangerous in pretty much all aspects.
Absolutely. I mean, like it's the kind of thing that I like to use when
You
this is a
4
fight you need to
OP?
win,
I
group
don't
fight.
think so.
This is the time to
It's
use it.
good
You can
up
set
with
things up
it,
with
but
somebody
not
to
really
guarantee
OP.
it,
Just
or you can do the
guarantees
opposite,
you
try to pile
one
on damage
hit.
after. So
Teams.
try it out. You can use it
So,
for survivability, and you can combo. if you've
Obviously,
got,
you go for the
like,
finish attack.
if
You
you're near
can
enough to
with
do
your
any
first
hits,
attack and
which
go for your
benefit from
finish
tier 1 or
attack.
tier 2 or tier 3,
And
so on.
I
Try some stuff.
appreciate
Absolutely.
that.
No, this Kyoshin
Something
looks
new.
absolutely phenomenal. I'm really excited for this hero
And
to
it
come
seems
out.
you can dodge it.
Stefan, do you have any last words? that
if you
wanna
can
say? Like,
dodge
what are some
it
things you're looking for once
like
players
that,
kind of get their hands on
It's
the
not
Kyoshin?
really OP.
For me, it's the creativity and the mastery
But
aspect on this
I
character.
want to
both in, like,
see
in
how
offense,
you
in
can
defense,
interact
and how
with
you
your
use those
teammates.
feats. I think
Like,
we're gonna
can
see
you
people
be
play the Kyoshin in a couple of
for your
different
feet?
ways.
Like,
And then I'm really
basically,
excited to see
you can
what does that
coordinate. Hey,
mean
yo,
for teaming the Kyoshin with,
popping my
with
level
other
4, and
heroes.
then your
What kind of
teammate is like,
synergies are we
okay,
gonna
I
find
GB
and what
someone
kind of
for you.
group styles are you gonna
And
do? It's gonna be different, and that's what I love.
it's
So,
good.
last thing
I
I'll say
really
real
want to
quick
see that in
is
action.
big ups to Pika Lakes, the fight team, the gameplay team, Olaf Frauner, who makes this happen, Olaf Frauner, who's on other topics because they
So
allow
far,
us to make this happen. So thanks to everybody.
Excited to see
I
that
know
here
I get
in
to have the
action.
fun on the Warriors Den, but it's you guys who make it happen. So thank you.
Absolutely. Hats off
Very
to the
simple,
entire team.
but
Kyoshin
everything he
looks
throws at
super
you is
awesome. And Stefan,
makes
thank you
sense.
so much for coming on and
Thank you,
talking
Josh.
about all of these moves that I will probably never be able to do with Kyoshin because I'm bad at fighting.
But like I
games.
said, is he
But-
now
You're gonna style on people. I promise.
triple ST or
I
whatever you
tried,
call
I
him,
just
broken?
might try.
I don't
We'll see
know.
what happens.
It's
But
probably not.
Warriors, that is it for the hero
Since,
reveal. But stay tuned.
like Stefan
We'll be back
mentioned it,
new
it
armor
is
variations
just
and the
superior
content of the
block,
week,
so
don't
you're
go anywhere.
still
Be right
vulnerable
back.
to bashes, to unblockable. And survivability means also nothing if you get optimal ganked. In the regular
Awesome. Thank you
matchmaking,
to Stefan and Josh for
matchmaking
walking us through
game,
the
yeah,
Kyoshin's awesome
sure.
looking moveset.
Looks
We
good.
love to see it. Andrew, what did you think of the animations there?
No, I love the animation, the fight style of a Kyoshin. It's
So,
my new main for sure.
I'm
pretty impressed
thinking about
with
it as
everything
well,
so
and
far.
hopefully people
Like
in
art
chat
style,
are. But Kyoshin is not the only hero who got
play
some new
style,
things in this
so
title
nothing
update.
at.
So what can you tell us
And I
about
really want to
this
see the
title update's
bashes,
armor
like
variations?
the frames
This
on it.
season
Like
is
if
about
it's
the
also
Horcrux,
around
it's
500.
current for the character variations. And as we
Oh,
know by now, the Horcrux designs are known for chaotic and
oh,
decorative to attract, but there's a dark and poisonous intention underneath. There are scale mails or scale metal patterns were used, and the Warmonger's metal and the alligator skin made the outfit look more threatening. And there are strong makeup on the face and tattoos on the body, and also there's a intense
oh, the
muscle line
Lawbringer armor.
engraving
Oh,
on the armor that will make this
at least
this
he
season's
receives
armor
one
variation
kind of
look
buff.
more aggressive and wild. But not only for the character gets updated, there's also the map. The intense drought didn't stop there, but now it brings the wildfire on
Oh,
our
and
map.
the desert
Forest,
theme
the High Fort,
on forest.
Citadel Gate,
Cool.
and Sanctuary Breach are on fire, and the battlefield will be hotter than ever. And also, again, great job on the map and the event and the VFX teams for this one. There might be a little technical issue on the video caused by the wildfire, but then I hope you guys enjoy the new armor variation and new map dressing.
Awesome.
Cool.
We will show you the new armor variations now in video
To be honest, I
form, so you
also
get to
was
see all
hoping
of them,
for
and
some map
me and Josh will be
updates,
right back
or maybe
after
a
that
new map.
with the content of the week. Andrew, thank you so much for coming on. It was great to have you.
But adding the
Thank you.
theme on forest is also
We'll
nice.
be right back.
Just in case if you play Duel. Oh, Tiani. Becoming a WWF wrestler. What a Charlie. Whole Chinese factions becoming are wrestlers now. Oh, Centurion. Oh yeah, I like that helmet. Whoa. Guess I will grind for that one. Gain armor for BP. Oh, a blunt. Okay. Kyrie now with proper armor. What's wrong with Shinobi, huh? What's wrong with Shinobi? Just kidding, it's just a visual bug, I guess. So, Kensei, show me my Kensei. Oh, Nobushi looks nice, but Kensei. Oh, Kensei. Show me Kensei! Kensei! What? Where's Kensei? What? Have I missed him? Oh, I just missed him. Oh, that was Kensei right next to Orochi. I missed him. Okay, alright. Stop screaming now. Ramsel looks nice. Ramsel. Very nice.
We're back, Warriors. We're done watching the armor variations. Josh, what a long, strange trip it's been.
It's been a trip indeed. We got to check out the new hero, all those sweet moves. We got to see a bunch of armor variations, and I was denied steel. So, it's been a fun show.
That was my favorite part.
I'm not sad about that at all. Never.
Well, we do have content of the week to get to, so hopefully that'll cheer you up.
Yay.
We have two emotes, the elegant dance emote, the very discontent emote, which you can use to express your feelings about your enemies or your teammates. It's really up to you. And the incandescent memory effect for all heroes. So that's all the content of the week available now. Enjoy it, Warriors.
Yes, indeed. We also have a arcade quest, the Fukuro Festival, which is available for Marching Fire owners. It is available from July 15th, so right now until July 22nd. So definitely go ahead and check that out. It's gonna be cool. And of course, we also have a Slayer challenge, and then you can be if you be the main faction with the most takedowns, get some sweet rewards. So that's also very nice. But last but most certainly not least, we have a throwback event from August 19th to the 26th. Shadows of the Hirokiri is back. We know everyone really enjoyed this one, so we're happy to bring it back for everyone. And yeah, go get him, Tiger.
Go get him, Tiger. That key art is amazing. So just to recap, as you guys know, the For Honor Kyoshin hero available July 22nd. We went through all of the gameplay and the lore stuff earlier in the show. So if you're coming in late, you can catch the VOD later. And we talked to Clarissa about the Dominion series. Register now at battlefy.com/Dominion series. Please just register with your friends and give it a try. That's my recommendation. This is not just
down with the volume.
Players. This is for players who just want to have fun in a tournament. That's totally valid as well. And we also heard from Brian about some upcoming community activations. Josh, that's our show.
Yes, a fun show indeed. Thank you to everyone who joined us to spill some sweet details and giving us kind of some insight on the creation of the Kyoshin, all that fun stuff. But yeah, no, that's gonna go ahead and wrap the show. If you are on Twitch, be sure to follow us on Twitch at For Honor Gaming. If you're on YouTube watching
basically, before everyone or the internet goes wild and says he's broken as fuck, I say no. Like I said, is Stefan right with doing anti-ganks and so on? Yes, but like I mentioned before, optimal ganks are based around setups, and even if you have superior block doesn't mean anything in ganks. So what is his role? What is Kyoshin's role? You can, like, if it comes down really to big team fights, you can, like, he has something really good, and this is a forward bash. Like, you can forward bash someone to confirm a heavy for your teammates. That might be interesting. And the thing is, I'm not sure. If you bash someone, then maybe you can enter into the full block stance to protect yourself. Like, if teammates are seeing your mate is getting bashed, probably they intervene somehow with a light, with a zone attack, something else. So what I can imagine is, like, in a big team fight, you bash someone, go into your full block stance, and hoping your teammate is taking that opportunity or profit from your opener. But we will see. That's for sure. And his sustain is of course nice, like level 1 and level 2. Like, he heals himself like Tiania and Shinobi. But it doesn't look like, it's not that crazy. The only good feat I see is level 4. But we also have to check out, is it reactable? Can you dodge in time if you cast it, and so on. Level 3 seems unnecessary. It's totally fine. It's a level 3. It's supposed to be good. And that's a tricky question. Maybe you can replace it with other tier 3s. And most of the tier 3s are good. Like, if he can replace his tier 3 with Second Wind, that would be interesting. Or something else. Like, what do we have on tier 3? Maybe heal on block. Longbow. And so on. So, if you don't like his tier 3, it's fine. You can replace it. And so far, I didn't saw any big damage tags, like a JJ finisher. Or like Zanhu finisher. Like, a lot of people underestimate Zanhu's damage. Like, if you go for winner's advantage, you land your first hit, get the damage boost, and if you land the heavy finisher, that one hurts so much. So, good. Is Kyoshin good? Yes. Is he broken? Absolutely not. But, of course, we have to find out. So, then, stream ended. Where were the Kagebunshin? I mean, oh man, I was hoping he had something like copies, but like I mentioned before in the previous streams, I can't see myself. I cannot see something like copies works in For Honor. Like, you give your opponent multi-target opponents. So, I really want to see your opinion, but I'm really excited to see him in action. And like I said, I really, really, really love attack-based heroes. He is now a mix out of it, like tags, bash. If you think he's going to dodge your bash, go for the heavy undodgeable, catch the dodge. It's basically a BP with the option to keep chaining. But who's better in a team fight? I think it's still BP, since he has big hitbox, 500 millisecond bash, really good unblockable, and Bulwark stance. Bulwark stance counters everything. The flashiness is gonna scare people who are bad, probably, but like I said, is he broken? No. From experience, it's not broken. So, guys, I think that's it. In a week, we can play him, but I will probably grind him like crazy for a week. Damage definitely seems appropriate. Yeah, I mean, it just looks super fancy, but overall it was just 24 damage in average, or 22, 24 or 20, 22 or 24 around that, and this is not broken damage, like, by far. Okay, guys, what experience? Have you used him? No. But you have other heroes as comparison. What is legit offense? What not? Beats look strong. To be honest, no. They don't look strong. Only tier 4 looks interesting. Since can in theory disable the whole team, but like I said, if you can dodge out of it, it's not broken. If you can react on it, like a Zanhu level 4 can dodge out of it easily, not broken. And the area of effect wasn't that big. So one dead back dodge out of it, or side dodge. And if you really need, if you are really scared of it, back row. But he brings something cool on the table. I cannot deny he looks very strong, but by far not pro. So, 4 Kyoshins using tier 4. I mean, nah, even in that case, it's not that good. Like, if you think about it, the first one uses his feats. Usually people will back dodge or back roll. And then when the second one uses his feet tier 4, the most enemies are too far away. Catch them, but it depends on the environment you are. If it's really crowded, yeah. But it just confirms one hit. So you usually go for a heavy finish, I think. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed the stream, Ubisoft. I did, definitely. Pretty good stream. I want to see more next week. Guys, I'm offline. I will upload this on YouTube, probably with timestamps to make your life easier. And good stream. Good one.